Dr. Bari sits in his office. Temporary plastic walls line the room. This building is not designed to be a medical clinic. These days, nothing in Keyless feels like the way it's supposed to be. He closes the door. Dr. Bari has a soft but stern voice. His words are neatly packaged and smooth at the edges. He has slicked back jet black hair, dons a tightly knotted scarf, and wears a pristine white medical jacket. He holds a silver blue-capped pen in his fingers like a blade, and has a day's worth of a beard wrapped around his chin. He locks the door. In Syria, Dr. Bari was a forensics specialist. He conducted autopsies back in Aleppo. When the conflict started, dozens of bodies would come in every day. The government forces would force him to falsify the death reports. "You can't write down gunshot wound," he says. They were always gunshot wounds. One day they brought him 50 bodies in bags. Just numbers, no names. Just numbers, no names. They had been tortured, he says. I couldn't write the reports. Wouldn't sign his name to this crime. Couldn't put his ink on those bloody bodies. They had no names, just numbers, he says. Dr. Bari is a wanted man now. So is his family. Saying no to the government has consequences. The next day, he and his relatives were smuggled into rebel-controlled areas. His son was 2 months old when they crossed the border into Turkey. Dr. Bari quickly shifts the conversation to the urgency of the moment, of this moment. The past is over. Today is the only story he wants to talk about now. Dr. Bari lives in Keyless and works at the clinic. It is one of the few resources left for Syrians that are outside of the refugee camps. Emergencies go to the hospital, but everybody else comes here. The waiting lists are long, the paperwork is stacked to the ceiling, and the supplies are low, very low. It is a normal day. We have learned to doctor without medicine, he says. We walk over to the pharmacy, and the pharmacist has nothing to say but a hollow look on his face. He stares at the ground and gestures an open palm to better metal shelves. Dr. Bari can only do so much here. We are used to the sick now. His hands are tied by circumstance and fate. How do you tell someone that your cure is out of stock? That pain is a condition you must bear because the pill bottles and the promises are empty. There are babies crying loudly in the far room. The pharmacist signals for us to leave. Dr. Bari walks out of the clinic and closes the door. Under the Keyless sun, a man is selling bright pink cotton candy out front. Kids are playing in the courtyard to the left, and their laughter is contagious. Dr. Bari smiles and thanks us. He used to diagnose causes of death in Syria. Now he fends off the reaper with little more than the blade of a pen. Even if the shelves are empty, he hasn't given up. So here in Keyless, a doctor grits his teeth and pushes through the pain. In Keyless, there is a doctor with a silver blue-capped pen who said no to the government. In Keyless, there is a man who is learning to doctor without medicine.